Good 7 a.m. These are 3 actions that are happening in your life that are keeping you from moving forward with your health and wellness journey. You are stuck in your weight loss journey and you're frustrated, and I'm here to help you break that cycle. I'm Coach Jessica, here to support you in your health and wellness, build some consistency and confidence in what you're trying to accomplish, which really, don't we all just want to be happy, healthy, and well? That's what I want for sure. So I'm just going to lay out the 3 things and then we'll go into detail. So if you're just sticking around for a second, which most people are just scrolling through, burning time, trying to get a dopamine hit, that kind of thing, right? So number 1 is temptation. Food temptation is throwing you off track. It's keeping you from your weight loss goals. Number 2, laziness. We just don't feel like doing it, so we don't do the thing. Number 3 is the shiny thing that distracts you and that you're like, I have to purchase this thing because it's what's going to be the next best thing for my health and wellness. So let's back up. You got the things, right? Temptation, laziness, shiny thing. I'm going to put some different words associated with that. Gluttony, sloth, and greed. Those are some pretty deep words that I just threw at you. So take a minute to take a breath, because you're not wrong. We're just stuck in some cycles, and I'm here to help you break those cycles. We're stuck in these cycles because the world provides all of these things that take us in so many confusing directions when it comes to our health and wellness. And I just want to start with a verse to just be clear. James 1:17 says, every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of the heavenly lights, who does not change like shifty shadows. Think about that. Shifty shadows. Let's dive into temptation, right? Food. Isn't everything so bright and colorful and tastes so good and palatable to where it just slides down the throat so fast, right? And then our brain remembers how amazing it feels. And then we're like, can you think of that food that you're like, you rave about and you talk about, you think about, and you start to salivate about? Yeah, that's temptation. That can turn into gluttony. And the food is everywhere. We can't quit food like we can quit drugs and alcohol, right? So food is everywhere. The temptation of food is everywhere. The advertising of food is everywhere. We can't remove ourselves completely from this temptation of food. So we've got to put some tactics in place. First thing, remove it from your area. Don't bring it into your home. But you may notice that if you don't have something for a long period of time, you might binge out on it, right? So you have to build in a frequency of allowing yourself to have the thing that is your temptation at some frequency. Maybe it's a modified version of it, but it needs to satisfy that so that you don't binge out at some point. I have a BTC client who likes ice cream. What's wrong with liking ice cream, right? But it becomes a problem when it's your go-to when you're having emotional feelings. That's what we're going to talk about in number 2 a little bit also. But it also falls into temptation. Like when we are emotionally charged and we're looking to feel better, the dopamine hit that you get from ice cream is amazing. Okay? It's the same thing like a dopamine hit that you get from some drugs. So you can remove it from your environment, but if you remove it for too long and you haven't worked on that behavior of reaching for it when you are stressed out, you may binge on it. So you can make it more normal, part of your life, like a date night. So we've talked about different strategies to take some of these things from being a go-to feel good to an enjoyment moment in your life, like a date night with your partner. So if you have something that's a temptation, allowing yourself some freedom to have it at some frequency before it turns into a binge can really be helpful. So you're basically taking that temptation out by having a game plan of eating it within control. You can also take yourself out of situations associated with those temptations. For a long time there, I would lean into alcohol when I would come home from work because I was stressed out and it was an easy fix to numb myself from the day. So what did I do? I removed it from my home. But I also needed to remove myself from social situations for a period of time until I was able to now go out into public and just not be needing that drink to feel calm and safe and in an environment outside around other people. So taking it out of your home or taking yourself out of those social situations. It doesn't mean forever. It just might mean that that environment doesn't serve you, and it creates temptation when it comes to the food or the alcohol. Sometimes you're stuck at work and people bring in crap all the time. So having some strategies and game plans to associate that, those are things that we work on in the BTC that are specific to you and your circumstances, because it really is just practicing saying no, but there's a little bit more behind that. So not going to go into too much depth about that specifically today, but know that practicing saying no when things are simple and small can help you when things are big. Number 2, laziness. Feelings, right? Like we get lazy, we're sloth-like. We don't feel like doing it. I get it. I've been there. It happens to me all the time. I don't feel like working out today, but I'm going to do it anyways because tomorrow's a rest day. Well, tomorrow's actually a stretch day, but it's also a rest day, so I'm super pumped for that. So Friday mornings at 7:30, we have a stretch class that you're totally welcome to check out, but it's a rest day. So I'm going to hit the gym heavy today, my home gym, and I'm going to hit that workout hard, and then I know I have a rest day tomorrow, so I'm really excited about that. I digress. Laziness, okay? Feelings. We have feelings. Don't discard your feelings, but really spend a few minutes like, why am I feeling this way? And if your first instinct is to get rid of that feeling with food, that's, again, some gluttony that we need to work on. If you are feeling like laziness, feeling sloth-like, why? Why is it? Is your energy off because you're eating crap or you're not eating enough? Have you hydrated? Are you mentally drained and need a reset for a period of time? Do you need some tools and tactics in order to reset so that we're not feeling that laziness all the time? I hear it over and over and over again. People are just constantly tired. And I'm asking the question of, well, what are you doing about it? And people just look at me with a stare like, what do you mean, what am I doing about it? You don't have to live your life on an empty cup all the time. We got to fill it up with the things that actually give us the energy to feel good, like drinking water, like fueling your body with fuel. Too often we'll go and reach for those snacky snacks that are unhealthy because we didn't fuel ourselves early enough in the day to give us the energy to get through our day, and we wonder why we're tired and we're burnt out. Or maybe we're trying to put too many things on our plate, and of course that leads to laziness and feeling like I don't want to because you're overwhelmed and doing too many things. So what can we do about it? Take one tiny step. You've heard me talk about this before. It's not new. When it comes to those workouts, right? 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Give yourself the grace of 10 minutes. If you're still exhausted, then you're truly feeling tired and you need to rest. But if 10 minutes, you're like, woo, this is exactly what I needed to do, because movement builds momentum in your body. It builds energy. It gives you those endorphins that you can keep going. But when we get out of the routine of moving, a lot of times we just get more and more and more complacent, more lazy, more sloth-like, because our energy is not being filled properly with movement, with fuel, with water, etc., which are the pillars of the BTC, what we work on to help you get strong in your habits of healthy drinking water and fueling your body and moving on a regular basis, which is why the Great 8 is amazing, because it's short, sweet, daily exercise that you can implement. If you want the free PDF of the list of those exercises because you want to start doing those at home, because you know that you have 10 minutes that you're willing to do just one thing every day, it will help build that momentum so that you can feel amazing. So drop Great 8 down below. I'll throw that, I'll send you that PDF in the messenger and you can have that free. The other thing that you could do is, like we talked about the 10 minutes, right? Or just chop that one vegetable if you're just like, I don't feel like it. Or rinse off the carrots, or, pick the one thing instead of like looking at the whole big meal plan picture. Just pick like one of the simple things. Maybe throw the edamame in the microwave. You've got one healthy snack there, right? Like one thing is way better than none at all. Moving on to number 3, the shiny thing. Okay, this one's fun because who doesn't love a new thing, right? Well, it falls under greed. And that new fit toy or that new health gimmick that is out there. And I'm not saying that they're not helpful, but what if you're chasing material things as the quick fix? Most of the time you get the dopamine hit from the purchase of the item, and then you never use the item. So my encouragement for you today is to look around you at all the blessings you already have in your home. You probably already have resistance bands or a dumbbell or a kettlebell, or you have some stairs in your house, or hey, you have your own physical body. You could do some movement with just the physical body. That is enough. You do not need a bunch of crazy purchased items to start your fitness journey. You just need to start. But we tell ourselves in our brain, we need this shiny thing because the shiny thing is going to be the catalyst that gets you to do the thing. Fine, I get it. But how many catalysts have you purchased and then you didn't follow through with the thing because you got the dopamine hit from the thing you purchased, but you didn't actually follow through and actually open the booklet and be like, oh, wow, look, I can do all these 85 exercises with this one little tool. Did you ever do the thing? Okay. So give yourself, here's the tip that I'm going to encourage you for this shiny object syndrome that you might be dealing with, right? This greed of more material things to satisfy your desire to start, but you never actually do because, again, you get the dopamine hit. And here's the thing, you click on or you pause long enough in a video, you're going to start to see it over and over and over again, and then it's going to be in your brain. It's like that buying that red car. You get a red car, and you start seeing red cars everywhere, right? Or a certain brand of car. You start seeing it everywhere. You pause on the internet and you like, oh, what's this shoe? Oh, what's this face mask thing? What's this new fit program? And you'll start to see it over and over and over again. And then you're like, oh, well, I got to have it. I just noticed this the other day with a devotional that I bought. It was $50. Not that that's a lot, but I just over and over in my brain and over and over in my brain. And then it kept coming up on the internet, kept coming. I'm like, oh, it must be a sign. It must be the shiny new thing that I need in order to spend time with the Lord and do the devotional. I finally broke down. I bought the devotional. Do you know how many I've done? I'm only on my second one and I've owned it for over 6 months. Only for 6 months. And I was thinking about that today. I'm like, the shiny thing that shows up in your brain, it makes you think that this is the thing that you need in order to count. It doesn't necessarily. Look around you. What do you already have that you could use? I mean, these are all blessings. These are all God's things that have been provided for you to use. But if you are choosing not to use them and you're just reaching for the next shiny thing, that's greed. That's possessions of items to get a dopamine hit. So give yourself 24 hours before you purchase something that you think is going to be the catalyst, and then decide to do something right now with what you currently have. That is like game changing to think about that one little step that you could take without that item. Like, you don't need it. You know, hydrate. Like, if you're not hydrated, your skins look like crap, right? I have a Mary Kay friend who I love that she talks about no makeup will cover bad skin. That's a really good point, right? Like, no device you buy out there is going to fix what you're not already doing for your body. So, like, if you put that red light thing on there, but you're not hydrating yourself, it doesn't matter. If you're not giving yourself vitamins and minerals and nutrients from the food that you're consuming, that red light's not going to do crap, right? Like, it starts from the basic things that you can do for your life. What else do I have here for my notes here? And then I'll wrap this up. Ask yourself, what could you do with what you already have? Because you have things readily available at your hands that you're just looking for the next quick fix. So let's not let these 3 actions keep you from moving forward on your health and wellness journey. The temptation of food, the laziness, and the shiny things. The gluttony, the sloth, and the greed. These things can keep us down. But the Lord, if you lean into Him, He can help you. The BTC can help you. So tune in the next time so that you can keep getting some tips and tricks. I would love to know if there's one thing that resonated with you today. Drop it in the comments and let me know. If you want that PDF for the Great 8, put PDF or Great 8 down below. I'll send that to you at no cost. Because remember, every good and perfect gift is from above. Amen. Drink some water today. God bless each and every one of you. I'll talk to you soon.